strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the...
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He was a tour de force a week ago. 6 passing touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We welcome everybody to Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 71 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Operating from the gun, Jones. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Bears, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Fields. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Taken in at the 22. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle. It's Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Montgomery, and he'll go down at the 28. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Bears are 3-0 here in the month of September, and they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And off comes to Montgomery. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Steps away to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken at around the 40. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We get started up at Ford Field in Michigan. Seattle making the trek east to take on Detroit. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Dwayne Eskridge, a touchdown reception. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Mike Williams, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Andy Dalton, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run, Montgomery. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 more yards there and another first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now he'll escape to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Back to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He's got Slayton on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 12 yards there and a first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That ball caught by Slayton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Isaiah Hodgins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now we'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from the 20. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New York set to take the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, 25 yards. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. To throw on third down, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One final shot. They'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out.